Hey ladies and gents, SchemeRhythm here with another part of my 3-heart run of Ocarina of Time. Why do I always stumble in the intro? Now, I decided that Water Temple... Oh boy, the Water Temple. I'm going through the Water Temple. And... it's gonna be so fun. Because I barely remember my way around. And I remember my way around a little better than the Fire Temple. But, yeah. I have the Zora's tunic on, because obviously wearing a blue tunic with absolutely no facial covering at all or anything means that Link can breathe underwater. Because, you know, science. But anyway, yes, we open up the Water Temple with the hook shot. And, yeah. So, interesting thing, the Water Temple, Fire Temple can be done in any order. In fact, I think you can technically even do the Forest Temple. Well, no, you can't do the Forest Temple after the Water Temple, but I think you can do... Can you do the Fire Temple? No, because you need the hook shot to... Well... Let's see. You have to get the hook shot in order to get into the Forest Temple, and the Fire Temple, and the Water Temple. But you don't really need it to get in. But you don't get it in a temple itself. You get the bow and arrows in the Forest Temple. So I suppose, yeah, you can do those three in pretty much any order you want. No, you need the bow and arrows for this temple too. Never mind. Yeah, you definitely need the bow and arrows. So you have to do the Forest Temple first. Just ignore my ramblings, please. So we went this direction first because that's something that you're going to have to do at some point in the temple to move on, and I figured I would go ahead and take care of that right away. And next we're going to be going apparently straight down, I guess. No, I don't think I want to save. Also, I probably should have put on the boots, because that's what I was originally planning on doing. So yes, we're going straight down, and we're going to be getting a nice little talk from Rudo. And I probably should cut it out, but to summarize, she basically says, "Oh, we're still engaged, you're not getting out of that one. By the way, follow me and I'll show you where to go," and then she promptly disappears after going up, and you're left to wander around the maze that is this temple. So I guess the basic structure to this temple is there are 3 separate levels, and each one has up to 4 possible paths, with technically only the bottom level has 4 possible paths, actually. Yeah, and then there's 3 for the second level, and then there are 4 on the third level, but one of them is the way out. And you have to go in a certain order in order to do the temple, and it involves raising and lowering the water multiple times, and yeah, by the way, that's a thing you do, is you raise and lower the water levels, which seems to be a favorite in water temples, in water dungeons in general. Link to the Past had something like that for its water dungeon, but it was nowhere near this complicated. So she goes up, and you decide to follow her. You pass by somewhere that you're going to have to go to later, and keep going up. Because you need a bomb to destroy that door, and bombs don't work underwater, because this is not Twilight Princess, and there are not water bombs. In this room, you gotta take out the spiny things, and god damn. Okay, there we go. Something was messing up. Anyway, in order to beat them, you just block them with your shield. They go back to their rock forms, so you can destroy them from it, and that's the easy way. Now, I suppose I should mention that this was for the dungeon map. Ordinarily, I would not go out of my way to get something like this, but in this dungeon's case, it's helpful. Actually, I find the dungeon map and the compass to be helpful, because it's very easy to lose track of which room is which. So, yeah. especially if you have to tell the north, south, east, west for the main room, and you have to keep track of which way you're going. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set a warp point here, so I can warp back to this area if I have to, which it's not... I guess if I make a mistake, I can go back to reset the water level, or if I really have to, I can take this as a shortcut to get out of a place if it goes a really long way and I have to walk all the way back out of somewhere. Whoops. There we go. So more or less, you're going to be playing this a lot. And I didn't do it right. Whoops. You're going to be playing Zelda's Lullaby a lot, and this also means that you are going to be having lots and lots of fun with hearing this over and over and over and over and over and over again. Unless you're looking at a guide, in which case you only have to hear it like 3 or 4 times. But anyway, back down we go. And somehow you don't take fall damage there. Now this is a pretty classic puzzle. Fire your arrow through the fire and into the unlit torches, which wouldn't work in real life, by the way, because your arrow would be moving too fast to actually catch fire. But for the purposes of this game, considering you're also wearing a blue tunic with no facial coverings that lets you breathe underwater, I'm going to just go ahead, and also the iron boots in general being a thing, and lots of other things, including the magical ocarina. In fact, I should probably just stop talking about that sort of thing. It's a puzzle that you'll see time and time again, with variations in other Zelda games, or in other Zelda-like games, like, for example, well, there's a small key, by the way. In games like, say, Star Fox Adventures, which I don't know how many of you have played that game, but there's a puzzle a lot like that in that game. So it's like, in universe it probably makes, I don't know if I would say it makes more sense in universe since it involves magic anyway, but whatever. So, now I'm going to the middle room and the next, god, that was so unfair. I'm trying to do this with 3 hearts, people. I do not have that much free time. Okay. So the next place to change the water level is right here. And this will put it to the 2nd level. Now, there's a place you can go to immediately to walk out. Actually, I don't remember. Oh crap, I don't remember. Do you go out first or do you go down first? Well, might as well try out first, I guess. Oh god damn it! Alright. That's better. Don't go out again. Go down. There you go. That's good. That's good. So yes, don't go out first. Go down, because there is stuff under that block. And don't... Thank you for not landing in the spikes. Oh boy. I will say I do like the idea of putting on boots to walk underwater. Even if the controls are a little loose. It kind of reminds me a bit of Mario 64, how in that game, whenever you go to turn, sometimes Mario, instead of just flipping a 180, he'll go in this tiny little circle, or semicircle, and sometimes that can really screw you over, and... Okay, so I would recommend taking out the clams first, although I guess if you lock onto one of the spiny guys first instead, that works. So the clams, you just either shoot them with an arrow or the hook shot whenever they open their mouths, and you gotta work fast, otherwise they will spine you with their butts. I don't know, that sounds like quite the way to go. Spine by the butt of a clam. Well, anyway. Ah, there's that semicircle turning again, except Link does an even wider semicircle. It's a good thing there's no precision platforming in most Zelda games. Here we are. Oh gosh, it is occurring to me just how much of the game is left. There's still at least 3 dungeons left after this one. Oh boy. I'm just gonna swim. I can't tell if this is faster or slower than just pausing, putting on the iron boots, and unpausing. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going up after I get out of here anyway. It's probably pretty similar in time. Although Link does swim up a lot faster than he would have if I just took the iron boots off, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, now we go out this way. Continuing onward. This way. I believe this way. Looks right. There should be... Yeah, this thing. There's a thing up there. Yeah, I can't remember what... Why can't I remember what the thing's name is? I know there are classics of... Why did I do that? That's better. Now, I could use the hook shot here, but... arrows. So, basically it's just a timed water thing that lets you climb up. It's awfully stable, considering it's basically a geyser, but... whatever. And... this is... well, might as well. Alright, I guess I'll see if that was the right thing to do. Okay, so I think this way? This way? Yes? 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 Well, this looks new at least. I don't know if this is right, but it's new, that's for sure. Alright. Another up to here. And this is... let me guess. I know this. I remember this room, actually. Timer's just really, really short on that, so you gotta be on the other side of the room whenever you hit this. Yeah, see, by the time the little cutscene's over, it's almost out of time, actually. So you have to be right next to it. But this should be the compass. Yeah! So now I can actually see where I am. Up, up, up we go, up we go! Alright, so you might remember the room we passed by whenever we were following Ruto, and she very rudely vanished into thin air. Thin air? Thin air. And, let's see, I believe there's another key this way. Yeah, another key. Yeah. There's so many small keys in this dungeon, and they're all over the place. Okay. Alright, returning the water back to here, because yeah. I did move the water down to the second level earlier. And I'm sorry I didn't mention that. Now I'm going through this way. Let's see what's through this door. Oh. This is wrong. Whoops. What? I'm keeping that. I'm so keeping that. Oh yeah, this is something I forgot to do on the first floor. Jesus Christ. I'm doing this so out of order and so wrong. So, pushing a block. So exciting. Oh. That... I forgot about that. Well, I mean, I already clearly forgot to go here, so I suppose... fuck it, I'll dive. Same issue as before. Link's moving really slowly. There we go. Ah, this is fun. You're jumping from geyser top to geyser top. And yeah. Haha. So, oh, I love this room actually. Mostly because there's a dragon head in it. You have to get in the current and try to put on the iron boots at the right time, and I did not. Alright, take 2 of this. There we go. Now you have to hookshot that, then you have to hookshot over to the target really fast, and then you have to unequip the iron boots and swim. It's a whole time thing with a gate there that you can't really see from this angle. So, take off the boots. And there we go. And it also lets you avoid the clams. Yeah. And you can grab this and then for roars wind the hell out of here. So, wait, why did I... There we go. Return to the warp point. Wait, I didn't set a warp point here. Well, I suppose I did die off screen, so that might explain that. Thought I had a fairy, but I didn't. I forgot that I used both of them up in the Volvagia fight. So here we are. Back here again. Oy. Kinda hesitated on that last one. Oh well. Ugh. Oh, I just cracked my back and it felt so good. That's what I do during cutscenes, is I crack my back. Which does not cause arthritis later in life, by the way. It's just releasing air pockets. Freaking bats. Alright, so now I think we're finally back on the right track. So down here, or at the top of these moving platforms with hookshot targets on them, is the locked door that goes to where you're going to progress further in this temple. Alright, and there. And there. See, the tricky thing is the control stick aiming is really, really sensitive, so you have to kind of gently nudge it to get it going at a decently controllable pace. Yeah, here we go. Alright, and this room... What am I doing? I have to hit this to raise the water level to proceed. And then that platform's going to be raised enough so that I can't just swim to it. I'm going to have to hookshot to that. And then... hookshot to here? Yes? Oh, wait. No. That's wrong. Darn. I was supposed to hookshot the jewel again, and then hookshot over here, climb over the head, and then hit it again to raise stuff, I think. I don't know. God, why can't I remember these things' names? It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. Ah, stop hitting me. Please, for the love of God. Thank goodness my swing has such a extreme range backwards. And hit it again. Ah, why did I do that? There we go. And going back over here. Boom. Can I... Oh well. If I had the long shot, I could get over there, but the long shot's kind of the whole point of going through this puzzle, so... Oh well. And... Yeah, now I need to hit it again. This room is so awkward the first time going through it, because you have to switch back and forth pretty much on every platform you get. On every platform you go to, you have to hit it at least once. And stupid jumping things. Tektites? Is that it? Tektites? I think it's Tektite. Yeah. Sounds right. It's been a long time since I've played a game that mentions them by name. Or even seen an LP that mentions them by name, for that matter. Good God. Haha, so 2 blue Tektites in here, and a like positioned so perfectly so that if you try to hookshot over there, you land right in its mouth. So clearly you need to throw bombs at it. Ugh. Every time I see a like, it reminds me of the movie, God, what was it called? The Blob. There's a relatively recent version of it that's pretty gruesome. The idea of your flesh dissolving off of you while you're still living is kind of... it's a little much for me. Let's see, what do we have here? Magic! That's perfect, actually. Sweet.